Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom manga review. See by the title below, yes, this is on chapter 207 of Shokugeki no Soma. And yeah, this is several days late. I'm sorry. Just been a little busy lately and I didn't have the time to, make this review. But finally, this review is up now. Let's talk about how I felt about chapter 207. Because this chapter, I definitely enjoyed it. This one not only hyped me up, but it had a lot of comedy in it. I expected it just to be full on serious here on out, considering this is a serious kind of thing. Sure, there would be some comedy here and there, but there was a lot more comedy than I expected for this chapter. Though, after seeing how it went in this one, I'm pretty sure everything's going to just be like full on serious kind of mode. Sure, Soma always does something like in this chapter where it just like, yeah, that's Soma, right? And just the reactions of everything that happens is always cracks you up. But when it does come down to the cooking, that's when it comes down to it being very serious, and that's probably how the next chapters will be. So I actually kind of understand why this chapter had a lot more comedy, because it's just a nice kind of like, just like you don't expect it too much because it's a tournament, but when it does happen, it's like, yeah, that is something Soma would do. It's not like a forced kind of comedy, you know? But yeah, pretty much in this chapter, we do see who's going to be going against who. Last time we saw it looked like it was going to be Kuga, but it looks like Kuga wants to go against Tsukasa. Do I think that is a good idea? Well, honestly, I don't see who else could go against him. Maybe like the best option for me, I would have thought would be the third seed, because he's the third seed, you know? Kuga was like the 8th seed or something like that, maybe the 6th. I don't really remember. Not the 6th. Nene was always the 6th. But I can't see him going, being him. But then again, like, there is several people here, 10 people I think it is, a 10v10. Oh no, 8v8. But there can be losses. And this is where it gets pretty interesting, because I actually don't know who is going to end up winning and who's going to end up losing. Soma could honestly lose this matchup against Nene, considering how good Nene is at this. This is her speciality, this is her bread and butter. Like, this is when she wants to go serious. This is her best type of cooking. So for Soma to have to go against that, I don't know. I would not be surprised if he ends up losing, especially considering the other two people is, of course, the 3rd seed and the 7th, Ishiki, the previous 3rd and 7th seeds. So I cannot see them actually losing to these other people who, they're the other two that just joined in before. So I can't see these guys going against the former 3rd and 7th seed and actually winning, unless they're actually like some god squad and they actually somehow surprise us. Maybe Ishiki loses, maybe, but I cannot see the 3rd seed losing. He's the 3rd seed previously, obviously, but it wasn't like he lost it. It's just that he got kicked out. So I honestly cannot see him losing this. So for sure, I think at least he's going to win. Maybe something completely surprising happens and he ends up losing, which will be that will be a surprise, honestly. But the two battles for this first, 3 versus 3 kind of thing that I'm kind of a little not too sure about is definitely the Soma and definitely the Ishiki one, because Ishiki I think should win, but they may throw it in just to surprise us, while Soma, you think he's going to win. Obviously, every time you think he's probably going to win because he's the main character. Sure, there's been here and there where he ends up losing, but a lot of times, especially in these kind of circumstances, you just can't see him losing, especially considering, sure, the last time was against Hayama and he ended up winning, but I feel like he just can't be, he can't lose right now. That would be a huge, it'd be demoralizing, I would feel, that for Soma to end up losing this, But then again, maybe it will be okay, and, it's like, I don't know, just that ending where he ends up coming with instant yakisoba as what he's going to be going against a person who's, we saw her, she's a true artisan. She's just rolling up those noodles and everything. I'm just like, dang, there's no way you could beat her. This is her speciality. This is where she shines. She's pretty much the definition of, when they were talking about Japanese food culture, that that's her. Her family has been trained, passed down, and she's just literally, she's honestly, from what we saw with her starting off, there's no way that could lose against, instant yakisoba. But this happened before, obviously, the whole thing with the steaks before. So honestly, you just really don't know. You can't say for sure that Soma's gonna lose, because honestly, it could be one of those moments where the judges end up eating it and it's like, oh my gosh, what the heck is this? You know, there's no way this is gonna beat it. And they taste it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, the crazy reactions, all of a sudden the clothes bursting off, normal Shokugeki no Soma kind of stuff. And I just can't see like that. I can't see it happening for sure, but it's not for sure. I know that's not gonna happen. So honestly, Soma could end up winning this. So it's honestly pretty interesting because we don't know for sure who's gonna win and who's gonna lose, and that's actually a good thing. Because I mean, considering there's been a lot of like the whole Hayama versus Soma. There's no way you knew for a fact that Soma was gonna end up winning, and those kind of things they're cool to see the process of them cooking everything, the preparation and everything, but when it comes to these kind of matches where you don't know who's gonna win or lose, honestly, that's where I start to get really interested, and that's where I'm like, oh my gosh, edge of my seat kind of thing, like who's gonna win, what's gonna happen next, oh my gosh, I did not, could not believe that happened. Those are the moments that we all love, and that's like honestly why I am really loving this arc right now, and I'm really excited to see how the next chapters end up going, considering they will be where it gets super serious. But yeah, tons of comedy in this part. Kuga's, talking about how Nene is, with her being kind of super strict and, cutthroat. And then, of course, saying she might be on her period as well. And her just saying, die, Kuga. I was cracking up. She's talking so much things, like, literally, like, she, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. She's good at Soba, but she can beat him at anything. She's pretty much being, super cocky. I actually really love her character, just for the fact that she's kind of like Edina, but she's not really like throwing it out there like she's the best, but she is showing that she is really good at this. She can beat him in, it doesn't matter if it's not Soba, she can beat him in anything else as well, kind of thing. I guess that is cocky as well. It's kind of just like Edina in a way, but it's kind of like she's super serious, kind of thing, and you don't when the expressions do come in, you start being like, oh my gosh, like when she blushed in that moment when it was super awkward, because of course Soma somehow, I don't know if it's good luck or bad luck with him, but he somehow drew what the ingredient was and ended up being Soba. And after her talking all of that, it got super awkward. Everyone's facial expression in that part, the reactions in that part, was what literally just drove me over the edge. I was cracking up at their facial reactions from that, because literally, yeah, those are the same kind of faces I would be making. Like, I made one of those faces. I was like, are you kidding me? Well, I didn't really make it because I kind of assumed that was gonna happen. Come on, it kind of showed that was probably gonna happen. And even though when it did though, I still was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Soma, you would do that. You would somehow get that one out of like all the different ingredients that were in there, But yeah, when she was blushing and everything, it was super cute, and I can't wait to see more of her, honestly, because right now, I mean, Edina's my favorite girl, hands down, no doubt about it. But I mean, she's definitely cute as well, and I want to see more facial expressions from her later on in the future, and maybe some fan service, some of that. Oh, it's amazing. The normal Shokugeki no Soma fan service. You know what I mean. But yeah, overall, pretty damn good chapter. I really enjoyed it. Oh, there was also the part I almost forgot to mention when they're pretty much the rebels. Hey, guess what? You guys got a nice, this very nice seating we got saved up for you. Yeah, it's a jail cell. Are you kidding me? That's kind of messed up when they were like, what am I supposed to do? If you have to pee. I'd be like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Go pee in the corner or something? What the hell, man? They're going a little over the edge with that kind of shit already right now. I feel sorry for them, but yeah, I honestly cannot wait to see the next chapters, man. It's gonna be pretty damn awesome. At least I'm thinking it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's gonna be from what it's, what's been shown so far. So yeah, it's all I really gotta say, guys. So hope you enjoy this Anime Kingdom manga review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, it's gonna get serious. So see ya.